policies and interventions for development in various sectors and issues arising out of their design and implementation. Benami Transactions Prohibition Act. What to study? For prelims, key features of the Act. For main, Benami transactions, definition, concerns, impact on economy and measures by the government for its prevention. Context: the prosecution of accused persons in almost 100 confirmed cases instituted under the Benami Transactions Prohibition Act has been scheduled as the special courts meant for the purpose have not yet been set up across the country. What's the issue? The Act provides that the central government, in consultation with the Chief Justice of the respective high courts, will establish special courts through notification. Such courts are to be constituted to ensure that the trials are conducted as expeditiously as possible. However, the required special courts have not been set up yet. Therefore, despite the fact that investigations in almost 100 cases have been completed by the IT department in different states, including confirmation of attachment of properties by the adjudicating authority, the prosecution of accused persons has not started. About the Benami Act. The Benami Transactions Prohibition Amendment Act, 2016, designed to curb black money and passed by Parliament in August, came into effect on November 1, 2016. The new law amends the 1988 Benami Transactions Act. Highlights of the Act. The law provides for up to 7 years imprisonment and fine for those indulging in such transactions. The law prohibits recovery of the property held Benami from then-ender by the real owner. As per the Act, properties held Benami are liable for confiscation by the government without payment of compensation. An apparent mechanism has been provided under the Act in the form of an adjudicating authority and appellate tribunal. According to the government, the four authorities who will conduct inquiries or investigations are the initiating officer, approving authority, administrator and adjudicating authority. What is Benami transaction? The Benami transaction is one where a property is held by one person and the amount for it is paid by another person. Therefore, in a Benami transaction, the name of the person who paid the money is not mentioned. Directly or indirectly, the Benami transaction is done to benefit the one who pays. Sources: The Hindu. Topic: issues related to health. World Breastfeeding Week, August 1st to 7. What to study? For prelims, World Breastfeeding Week, MAA program. For mains, significance of breastfeeding. Context: August 1st to 7 every year is observed as World Breastfeeding Week. Organized by World Alliance for Breastfeeding Action WHO and UNICEF. Goal: to promote exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months of life, which yields tremendous health benefits, providing critical nutrients, protection from deadly diseases such as pneumonia, and fostering growth and development. Significance of breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is an important, efficient, and cost-effective intervention promoting child survival and health. Breastfeeding within an hour of birth could prevent 20% of the newborn deaths. Infants who are not breastfed are 15 times more likely to die from pneumonia and 11 times more likely to die from diarrhea than children who are exclusively breastfed, which are two leading causes of death in children under 5 years of age. In addition, children who are not breastfed are at increased risk for diabetes, obesity, allergies, asthma, childhood leukemia, sudden infant death syndrome, etc. Apart from mortality and morbidity benefits, breastfeeding also has tremendous impact on improved IQ. MAA program. To intensify the efforts further for promotion of breastfeeding, the Health Ministry has initiated a nationwide program called MAA Mother's Absolute Affection to bring undiluted focus on promotion of breastfeeding and provision of services towards supporting breastfeeding, along with ongoing efforts of routine health systems. The key components of the MAA program are awareness generation, promotion of breastfeeding and interpersonal counseling at community level, skilled support for breastfeeding at delivery points, and monitoring and award/recognition of health facility. Under this program, ASHA has been incentivized for reaching out to pregnant and lactating mothers and provide information on benefits and techniques of successful breastfeeding during interpersonal communication. ANMs at all subcenters and health personnel at all delivery points are being trained for providing skilled support to mothers referred with issues related to breastfeeding. Under NHM, funding support has been recommended for all states and UPs for successful implementation of the MAA program. UNICEF report on early initiation of breastfeeding across the world. A new report released by UNICEF and the World Health Organization, who has ranked Sri Lanka at the top of the list of countries with early initiation of breastfeeding. India ranks 56th among the 76 countries that were analyzed. Countries like Kazakhstan, Rwanda, Bhutan and Uruguay have fared much better than India. Azerbaijan, Pakistan and Montenegro are at the bottom. Only 2 in 5 newborns are breastfed within the first hour of life across the world. About WABA. World Alliance for Breastfeeding Action. WABA is a global network of individuals and organizations concerned with the protection, promotion and support of breastfeeding worldwide based on the Innocenti Declarations, the 10 links for nurturing the future and the WHO/UNICEF Global Strategy for Infant and Young Child Feeding. WABA is in consultative status with UNICEF and an NGO in special consultative status with the Economic and Social Council of the United Nations ECOS.